Hello, I'm Czardus, and let's play City Skylines. Welcome back to Middleshire. This will be episode 3 in the series, and today we are going to do something pretty radical. I am going to take this highway out through the town, and it is probably going to cause some traffic issues down the road, but there's a very good reason for it, and we'll get into that in just a minute on the other side of this cinematic. But if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I have a lot of City Skylines content that is worth checking out. So let's go ahead and jump in. Now, let's see here. What I'm thinking is if we have the train station over here and the medieval city here, and we want to make it seem like the city grew out here at the Industrial Revolution to where they wanted to put the train line in, then it does not make sense to have a divided motorway go right through the city. That would not have happened because the development would be out here and they didn't rip out the cities for highways and motorways in the UK. So instead, what we'll do is we are going to convert this to a motor, or like a wide road. And in fact, maybe we'll get rid of this too. I don't know that we would have a divided road coming in here. We're going to redo this. Indeed, yeah. And just have a wide road with some roundabouts and stuff to make it an even more British feel. But first, there is a couple of things we need to fix. We have one-way roads over here that need to be switched. That was by accident, and several of you pointed it out to help me out there. And then we are going to rename this park. Several of you gave me some really great names, but ultimately the one that I selected and liked the most was to give the old house a name and then have this be named after a Patreon supporter. And so I'm going into my list right now, and we are going to do, let's call this Walker House Park. So this is going to be an old house there that was somebody like a manor house type. We're not quite a manor house, but maybe it was like I don't know, some sort of wealthier house, even though it really does not look like it. But we're going to go around here, and then I don't have the road picker here, do I? Also, there's a hill here that we can kind of use as well. Go from here, then we're going to follow that terrain as we make our way around that house. There, I like that better. So then what we'll do is we'll come in here and mark all of this Walker House Park and include that. And that should work. Okay, now the big project. The one that may be completely crazy, but you guys will let me know. And it'll be an interesting experiment to see how this happened, or like how this works. If you take out a highway in the middle of your map and force the traffic onto regular streets. This has the side effect too of taking out, I didn't really care for that interchange. I think they are definitely used, but it like in real life they're made a little bit prettier than having just the roundabout elevated above. But in the meantime, like I said, we're going to get this out, and then here we can have a roundabout. So we'll get that first, but let's get the road in, say from here, then we can follow the terrain a little bit. Got a big hill here. I think that hill can be done, but we're not going to be quite completely straight. There we go. Okay, now what we're going to do to make this traffic flow a little bit better, because we are going to cause some issues here. We're going to come in here and make a pretty big roundabout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This may not work because we are a little close to the end of the map here, or our unlocked map, I should say. Yeah, not gonna work there. Too big. Okay, we'll make this a 5x5. And of course, I made that the wrong way around because I'm just so used to that. So we'll do this the other way, and then we can get these side roads in. And actually, that road, I could just come right in. This side is the one that we need to just have this ramp. Just do this for now. And that ought to work for that one. Then over on this side, we're going to get a roundabout here that one can feed into as well. So let's make sure we've got a flat land here. Gonna have to pay attention to the soil availability too. That's one feature of vanilla that I often forget about. So we'll put this here and go 5x5 as well. So that goes in there. Then this one curves up like this. And then this one curves in like that. Then over here, we're going to have something weird. Okay, so that's the highway going through. And we have road access, so we can take out the rest of this and build this in now. We'll get one more roundabout in the middle, but this is going to come out. Okay, yeah, that is going to be awful traffic. But that's fine, because it is going to be more realistic, and that is really what I want. Ooh, you know what? Actually, let's undo that. We're going to put the roundabout over here, which gives our road a reason to curve. And curvy roads are your friend. Okay, that should get that going again. And again, it is going to cause massive traffic. Bring this down. I wonder if this should actually... This might make sense to go, well, no, we're going to have this come in over here. And then we'll get another roundabout here. So many roundabouts. We'll start on this side. And that should do it. Oh, that is going the wrong way. Here I put it in the right way, and then or no, I guess I did it the wrong way the whole time. But that is corrected now. And this is going to cause traffic. What are we at now? Yeah, we're going down. Not as bad as I thought it would. but we're still very early. Eventually, that is going to be a massive problem. What we should do is we should get another road over here, and that will really help. Got some garbage issues we need to sort through as well. That right like that, and that gets that another one in here. So now trucks can just come right over this way. You can see a lot of that truck traffic is going to be filtered out now. This is a problem already. This may not work, but we will see. We're going to put priority to the vehicles inside the highway or inside the roundabout. And that should allow things to move a little bit better. It's going to be a challenge without Traffic Manager President Edition, especially. I mean, you can see nobody's using the inner lane, which, yeah, that's going to be a problem. But we'll do what we can with vanilla, and that is kind of the challenge of the series. It's trying to work these workarounds so that those of you who are on console or otherwise not using mods can see a little bit of how to do this. Okay. Get one more over here. I want to make sure that like the heavy traffic roundabouts have the priorities set the way that we want here. And now we can go in and change some of these names. So we have, this says the A24B. That's not what we want. We're actually going to change this to the A54. And that's because I have had several people give me great information about some of this. Some of the roads and stuff like that. So the A54. Can I do that out? Nope. No, that is locked. Okay. A54. Then this one we are going to call. See, this one is Northgate Road. All of the names are always getting messed up, but that's really because I keep changing the roads. It goes to there. And then we have definitely not Lake Street. I feel like it would be a big name though. I mean, maybe we call it the this one doesn't go to the rail. This one is the one that goes down to the rail. We've called this Paddy District. Let's call this Paddy Road. That can come all the way over to here. Yeah, like that. Then down here we need something else. Right now it's called Laurel Street. And oh, I've got Paddy Road here. Shoot. Okay, well, Paddy Road continues over here because we already have that. So then this one needs a different name. Let's just call it Hilton Road then, I guess. For now, at least. I might come up with a different name for that, but there we have some of our roads named. We have traffic that is going insane because I chose to do it that way. And eventually, when we get more tiles, we'll definitely bring Motorway around and we'll get a bypass. Either up here, probably on this side. Depending on what tiles we end up buying. But as soon as we buy more tiles, we'll expand out like that. Okay, but what do we need? We need more people. So let's go ahead and extend that here. So we're going to do a little bit similar style to what we've got there. What I think I want, got a hill here. Let's go along with the hill a little bit. Yeah, like that. Then let's bring another one. I'm going to make another roundabout here, I think. Which is definitely going to be a pain because we've got a lot of road, or like a hill here. And we've got power lines here, but we're going to do it. Take this out. I'm going to level it out a little bit here. This one will have to be a smaller roundabout. And you can get an, I don't think we want another road there. Actually, we're going to keep the roundabout like that. But right over here, we're going to bring a road down. Yeah, oh, and we cut off power. Oh, but we don't need that anymore. Well, actually we might, because it just barely connected here, so we're going to keep that there for now. In a little bit, we'll get rid of that power line because it's way too big. In St. Clair, I'm keeping a few of them, few power lines in residential areas because they look okay. And they break things up a little bit, but that's because I'm using custom ones that aren't so big. It's completely a different story with these giant ones that are more like, I don't know, high voltage. So these roads mostly run this direction. Traffic is doing better, actually. Now that we have this over here so that the trucks can get in pretty easily. And we'll probably bring this road over this way. Oh, and this one can have a name as well. Right now it's B283. I think what we'll do is we'll change this to the Walker House Road. Here we go. And then this one, we'll call this Russell Road. Okay, so that is all set. Now back over to this development. Kind of getting these roads in place, and then we're going to come back and have to add more houses to them. I think what we'll do now is bring this I've really tried to give this the feel of a European development through here instead. Suppose, I don't know. We'll see if it feels right to some of you who are in the UK, and you can tell me. But I think it, from what I have seen on maps and experienced in person when I've been over there, it definitely... It feels more like the UK than a lot of my other builds, so that's really what I'm going for. Trying to get that feel, especially in vanilla. It is definitely going to be a bit of a challenge here. And this no longer goes under the road, but that'll be fine. Okay, so that is all watered out. Okay, and now the next thing we can do is go in and add more people here, but we need a name here. This is going to be North Hilton. All in here. I know we haven't gotten all that creative with the names yet, but we will get there. We want the European And let's go ahead and add those homes in. And speed up the game. We definitely, a lot of you will be very excited to hear what I'm about to say. We definitely have the budget now that we can add some schools. So what I want to do is come in here and I guess we're pretty much going to use these elementary schools. European style. Oh, garbage, yeah. We have to figure out the garbage issue. We need to expand the landfill. The landfill is here, which was originally intended to be the outskirts of town, but eventually we'll get a better landfill spot than what is now turning into the middle of town. But we're going to turn this one off for now, and that will have to work. Yeah, I think it should. We have traffic here, but again, it's not too bad. For what I'm doing with the road, it could be much worse. We're going to go ahead and put this school over in here. We'll get a school over here as well. We're not going to have any school in the medieval area. I guess we only needed one, but we've got two now. So we have a couple areas that have school coverage. They don't get a whole bunch of elementary school coverage because the coverage area of that is very small, but that's okay. More of this zoned, and then once we get unemployment up a little bit more, we can get some more commercial in. Okay, we'll let that fill in, and then we'll add more. You don't want to zone too much at once, because then you'll end up with death waves. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm trying to decide. Do I want to... Yeah, I'm going to put commercial all along this road. I think that'll work, and we'll eventually get it along this road too. Like, those are going to be major commercial thoroughfares. This one could be widened too. Come to think of it. Can we widen this too? Yeah, okay. But we do need to come in, and we are going to adjust traffic lights through these as well. And some of these little things that are going to make a difference in some parts of our traffic. I wish we had a yield sign so that that would really be how that would be set up, is that they would be yielding to other things. This should be a roundabout. So we'll get that converted in a little bit, but I did want to come over and double check these other roundabouts. That one is good. Here, these ones. Okay, so I think that's all of that. Now, let's do a roundabout down here. There we are. Then we can just adjust this really quick. Get the stop signs in the right spot, and that should be good. So now we should have a good flow going on here. I think we're going to need another round or another trash thing. So we're going to put a recycling center in over here just to up that a little bit further. Still watching our money. We seem to be doing okay. We can come in and double check unemployment. 10% actually. Let's go and add some commercial. And get more on our high street too. There we go. Now somebody mentioned a cool little trick we can do in here. We're going to make this its own little district, which may impact our usage of Old Town policies, but I don't usually use those anyway. But this is going to be Hilton Market. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and we're going to make that organic and local produce. Then we're going to come in and get these to be individual things here, and it should make it into little market stalls. Yeah, that is a cool little trick. And it doesn't get the center here, so I wonder what I can do in the middle, because I can't get a road going through there. They're too small, and that would ruin the vibe. What props could I put in there? We might be able... I wonder how this would look. Well, I could line it with kiosks, but I don't feel like... Problem is that hill. I guess that'll work. It works for now. It kind of fills it in and gives it a little bit of a look. Unemployment is down to 5%. Let's go ahead and add more people again. Also, I think we have power flowing all through there. So let's go ahead and we're just going to put a power line like that for now. And then we can get rid of this one. Okay, so that should give us more people coming in as well. Let's go ahead and fit some of this in here. Okay. We'll let that fill in, and then we can come back and do other stuff. Now, in the meantime, we have a bit more money. So again, let's check on schools. Let's get a high school in as well. So we're going to do this one, and we'll put it... kind of want to take out this industrial area here, but I don't think we're quite ready to do that. We'll put this one over in here, I guess. What we'll do is we'll bring this road down like that. Same thing with that road. Yep. Okay, then we need to come in and turn the traffic lights off here, because that's what we just changed a little bit of. But the other thing I want to do is I think I want this road to come down here. Yeah. And that should add even more access for the city, which should also kind of lessen some of the burden on some of these other areas. We have a power issue. We're going to come in here and I guess just add another coal plant. The water issue is probably just due to the power. Yeah. Water, pretty soon we're going to need another water tower, but not quite yet. Yeah, should be good. We'll probably change these fields at some point, or like we'll develop them. But I like how this now, like, this road comes in, and then you see this old house. Perhaps eventually we will upgrade that to something like, not the government offices, but Amsterdam Palace. Yeah, that might be a better manor house, or like a, not a manor house, actually. Yeah, we want to put this over at the other one, where the castle is. But we might be able to find one that will work for our purposes here, too. Anyway, oh, we need to adjust the road name here. So that comes down to here. Walker House Road. Very nice. Okay. Unemployment is 10% again. Let's get some more commercial in. continuing on along this road. That is really what we're working right now. Also, let's bring some over here. I think we'll get a little pocket here, although we could put some sort of other thing in there. Come to think of it, like a library. Let's tuck a library right there, and then that gets the power to jump, so we can get rid of that. That is coming together. Let's go ahead and get another water tower, because that is a thing we're going to need soon. And again, I want those up on the hill a little bit, just to add a little bit of water pressure, theoretically. Put this out here. There we are. Okay, so this is all coming together. Unemployment 6%. You are complaining not enough educated workers. Well, why did you... Oh yeah, you need high school educated. Well, we're working on that, guys. We'll get there. That's going to come down all the way to here. It'll be a big commercial thing. Yeah, this is going to be good. Over here we have elevated. We don't need elevated anymore. We did at one point. Bring this over. Yeah, that worked. And then we'll come in and take out the traffic light that probably, or the, make sure that stop line, stop sign is what I want. Okay, and check traffic. We're at 81%. I will accept 81%. It's all because of this. We were at like 95% last time, but then because I took this out, we've completely butchered the traffic. But again, we will fix that. And I feel like this is so much more realistic that we have to do it this way. We can get more people in. We have the demand. Let's go ahead and zone that in. Let's make sure we've got, I think we'll get some more commercial there. And that road will be commercial. So we're going to wait to zone any of that. Let's check on elementary capacity. That is fine too. Okay, so that can all fill in. And then we're going to bring... Okay, yeah, you're abandoned. Let's get rid of you. We're going to bring commercial in. Although I want to make sure we have a good balance of that between some of our other stuff. I am going to get rid of this industry. It just feels out of place now. And we're going to have to move that landfill elsewhere. But we will figure that part out when we have more tiles. Like this. Walker House Park, Russell Farm. This is all very good. I wish that I could move the castle over to here. I think we would have had a castle there. Also, this pier, I feel like that's way too high. We'll eventually change this, or maybe what we'll do is we'll have like the old castle, and then we'll also have the fancier house here too. Yeah, as if they had, their ancestors had the castle here, and then they built the more like cooler estate home instead. Unemployment is creeping up. Let's go ahead and get a little bit more commercial in here. So this is Northgate Road, although it changes there. We have to fix that. And really, I want that to be the high street. Yeah. Busy town. I was not expecting that. 5,500. Excellent. So we are making more progress. There isn't anything here that I'm really excited about. We want to get to 8,000 next, because that will get us... well, actually, what did this get us? Trolley bus. Some more roads. And a bunch of other buildings, which is good. But 11,000 is really what we're after for that train. Anyway, let's go ahead and bring this along here. Go ahead and have buildings on these smaller roundabouts. I'm undecided yet about whether or not I'm going to put them on the larger roundabouts yet. Really, I shouldn't zone on this side because I'm not sure where the buildings are going to go yet. Or the roads. Come in here and get this to be people as well. Okay, speed that back up. I feel like this is coming together well, and it is definitely going to have a cool feel to it. We're making our way to the passenger train, and then we will start to... I mean, I think we'll have a little bit of build-up around here. We'll get some cargo stuff here. And then from there, we're going to start to really see or like larger, lower density stuff develop. This will be the high density through here. Kind of what we've been working on so far will be the higher density, but European style, so they won't be too big. Unfortunately, the European style in the game doesn't quite match the UK style, but we work with what we can. Unemployment is 11%. I feel like we can expand something. Could expand Russell Farm, I guess. Or we could build a new industrial area. I don't think I want to do that yet. This is all farm, but I don't think I want farm here. I think we'll get a farm out here probably, or even better out this way. Yeah, because out here we could have it be two separate farms. On the other side of the motorway, that could be like, motorway could really be the border of the town. Unfortunately, that would be, it's really far away. Maybe we end up staying on this side of the river. In which case, the bypass, we're going to have to figure out a different way to do it, but we're going to have to buy these tiles here. So, I mean, we're going to end up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're not going to make it over that far. Man. I always feel so restricted with 9 tiles. It's definitely a hard part of the game for me to play. But we definitely need industry. So this is all the cargo yard. Let's go ahead and add more to this. We're in here, I guess. Let's think about this for a minute. So if we are not going to make it that far, we could end up... I don't think I want to farm here, though. Farms really have to be farther out. Some of these other things we could get. On the other... well, no, this is all... we need to have build up around the passenger train, for sure. And over in here, we're going to build up. We don't have any resources over here. So yeah, I'm not ready to do any industries DLC content in here. We're going to do generic industry instead. We will extend this further. So what I'm going to do is we're going to bring a road out. How far is this? 400. Like that. That will give us a little bit more here that can follow along this curve a little bit. Yeah, that should extend enough for now. Let's bring the water along. Then we'll do a little bit of traffic management as well. Take this water out. Okay, now let's come in here and we'll get this zoned. And I used the wrong kind of road. I want to go back and use the industrial road. There we go. And traffic management, we're going to come in and get no traffic light there. Okay. I'm really anxious for that train. That will help alleviate some of the highway traffic as well, along with the passenger train. We could get buses going now, actually. Eventually we'll have trams. But let's go ahead with a bus. Maybe we'll save that for next time. Yeah. Oh, we're finally starting to have a demand for police and fire. Oh, we already have one. Let's get another one, I guess, over here. Can be a little bit of a newer firehouse, I guess. And a newer police station. No, that's police headquarters. Want small things in here. And that should help a little bit. Don't want too much crime. People would not be happy with that, but this is pretty much filled in. 14% unemployment. That'll go down once these fill in the rest of the way. Once everybody moves in. This really would flow better with Traffic Manager. But what we could do eventually, once we get the tiles, is we could sink this underground. Perhaps. I mean, we could then, at least we would have the through traffic would be going through. Because we can't get a highway around without unlocking all of the tiles. Or otherwise using mods. But once we have the tiles unlocked, we could sink it underneath and have the through traffic go underground. That would probably work. And I'd be okay with that. But for the most part, I'm quite happy with how this is turning out. I think what we'll do is maybe get trees in here. Just to have like a little green belt through here. Especially because I think that is a little bit of a hill there. No. Or in here it is. Could end up with another road then. Yeah, let's do a road through here. Gonna mess up my zoning, but that's okay. Bring it over to here. There we go. That gets us a little bit more in here. Let's take these out. We don't want commercial there. Don't really want a whole bunch of residential over here, but we're going to do it anyway. Because actually the pollution isn't too bad. We can come over this way. That should work. That comes in here, and then I'm just going to put some trees over in here. Of course, we don't have a ton of great tree options, but if we just quickly do this and then come in and get a different tree, you'll get a good little mix and have a foresty type feel to it. Just to add a little bit more greenery in here. Yeah, that'll work. We might need to do something over here too. Could make it a little park, but this one, I don't think that quite fits as a park. Garbage is an issue again. The landfill is full again. Okay, we're definitely going to have to figure out the landfill issue. The yard is going in here, so I don't want to do too much there. Let's go ahead and get another one of these. I mean, we're going to need several of them to keep up. But I guess we'll do it. We'll get one here, and another one over here. What does that get us up to for processing? 96,000, so we're still not there. Okay. So add to the landfill for now then. And that was our main power line, so we need to figure out how to get over that. I don't think we can go right over that building. Oh, but you know what? We just need to extend this like that. There we go. Okay, so hopefully that will help our garbage issue. But that is where we are going to leave it for today. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Take care.